you look so nervous?
I don't know. Because I don't know.
Yeah.
As you know, I've been rewatching. I rewatched Thor. Those are like those goats.
That's it. The screaming billies. We are back with another edition of the Greater Britain podcast featuring his WHB.
Oh, I had the sound off.
Oh, this guy.
There we go. It wasn't even my soundbite. It was this one. That's me.
Oh, boy, it gets worse every time I hear him.
You want to go?
I don't.
You want to go?
I wouldn't no spin this.
You ain't got no weave.
You got to.
Speaking of, New York, that soundbite. That's something I heard there many, many times over in a fight in my hallway.
That's a story from a previous episode. Let me finish my introduction,
Go on.
motherfucker.
I'm waiting.
Damn.
I'm waiting.
And as you may have heard, returning for her second appearance on our greater platform, the lovely Miss Veronica with us via Bluetooth today. How are you doing, young lady?
I'm doing well. Thank you. Thank you for having me back. It's a pleasure to be back. Hello, Kevin. Once again.
Hey, V Victory.
Hello.
Is that
All
you're
the
just
way.
going to respond to my sounds like it's me?
Dang.
Yeah.
I was just
That's all I
doing
can-
Britton's
You
face.
cat calling?
I was doing Britton's face.
It's different. It's a different dynamic doing this way.
Isn't it though? Like, I know I've never fucking done it, but I can imagine. What's the difference? You missed the personal aspect of not being involved in what is it?
Well, I feel like I have to pay harder attention to the things that are coming out of your mouths because I feel like I might miss something being in this narrow channel here. And then
Yeah, listen close.
I haven't quite figured out where to place my phone where I can be in a chill position. I feel like I'm going to keep moving around as opposed to, when I'm in person. That last time I was there, I was just
Big post-it.
Maybe you could get like a hat with like where your phone hangs like in front of your face.
Yeah, have you seen those?
I don't know. I imagine they exist.
So it literally comes off the top.
Who made them?
I don't fucking know. But
Well, I know for movies they have
it
like
comes
that
off
stuff.
the bill. Like the bill is just
Yeah.
longer, and it just holds this motherfucker.
That's hilarious. That's great.
That's kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. But okay, yeah. All right, I understand. Is it like a clip and hanging from the rim of the hat or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could do it yourself with like
Duct tape, get it done.
duct tape.
Imagine you walk around.
I was thinking like a clamp, like a tool. You're like duct tape. You could. Hey, you could. Hey, don't get me wrong. You can make anything out of duct tape.
Oh.
You can make a driving automobile.
Yeah, duct tape is
That'd be a
definitely
lot
one
of
of the
tape.
great.
It is. Anywho,
Probably good for the environment too.
How?
I'm kidding. It's probably one of those plastics that we're like, we're not going to change the rules on it because it's useful.
Right. it's too necessary. Just to keep it out of the oceans.
I once saw a movie called Duct Tape Forever. It's a Canadian comedy group. And I saw this when I was filming a documentary about nudism at everybody gets naked and watches a movie in Toronto, Canada.
Weren't you supposed to get naked with them?
Yeah, but I was like, no, thank you. And they watched Duct Tape Forever, and all these Canadians knew this comedy duo. They'd made like 8 movies only in Canada. They like wore flannels.
Hey,
talked about maple syrup. Go on. I'm sorry.
Canadians aren't supposed to have famous actors.
Well, I mean, these are the ones that don't cross over. I get it.
The local
Famous
celebrity.
where you at, baby? Right.
Hey, big fish, small pond.
That's a pretty big fucking pond.
By people, I mean.
Touche. Yeah, because the majority of that motherfucker is just laying. Touche.
Isn't that better sometimes though? Like just having isn't it? Can't you have more momentum in a smaller community?
Yeah, it depends on who you are. It depends on what you're after and what makes you happy or fulfilled.
How do you feel about that? You think
you're in New York? That's a small pond, right?
I don't think so.
No, I went to acting school there. It was definitely a large. I mean, even the people on Broadway usually, like the main stars, come from LA because they're like in the movies and shit.
Yes,
so they don't deserve it.
I was just talking about the actors on Broadway. Well, the actors who come out of Broadway and they transition into film and they get further in their career on screen and film. But when they return, I really commend and I respect when they return home to the theater. I think it's a fantastic way to keep yourself sharp and continue to exercise different acting aspects of yourself, because Broadway theater is such a different animal. Like theater is.
Oh, I know, I love it.
Yeah, that's singing and fucking. That's just
that's like musical theater. That's a whole that's extra. Which I also like.
That's.
Dude, Denzel Washington is on Broadway right now.
Hey.
I really want to fucking see that Othello because
the prices of those tickets.
Bonkers.
I mean, he could charge whatever.
Right. All the motherfuckers sold out.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
That shit, I know that shit's good as fuck.
What does he do? Does he just like get on stage and work out?
It's just Spider-Man on stage. I don't know. I don't even know the premise of the story. Oh, it's Othello. It's Othello.
Does he call Maggie halfway through the show and ask what his line is?
This guy.
I
would hope.
He's great, actually. I don't know.
I don't think that would make for good theater.
Actually, that would be a pretty great fucking thing to see.
Depends on the play.
I mean, back when I was up there, there was a what was it? A production of what's the one? Phantom, right? And at the end of Act 1, the chandelier falls, like it's going to fall in the audience and swings, and like the stunt didn't work, right? So they just stopped the like after the act break. They come back and they're like, "Hey, so that didn't work. So we're going to end the act again." So they did it again.
We're going to do
They did the act, and then they just went into Act 2 instead. Like they were, but so that the audience could have the experience of the.
I low-key kind of appreciate that. I low-key kind of appreciate it.
The chandelier effect.
You can't do that in a movie. Like if your effects fail, they fail for the rest of the world of time.
That live, it's just a completely different experience, even as an actor. So I started in theater in New York. And when I decided to go to LA, I decided to transition into film and script. Film.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
Hey.
There's been a lot of talk about that in the politics.
Not around here, motherfucker.
What, male? Male what?
Nothing. Keep
you
going.
You said I transitioned into...
Okay. And one of my biggest challenges, and I had to work on this for a while, was... So I was overly expressive. And I'm already overly expressive.
Were you?
Just as a person, facial expressions and just body language. And so,
if you can believe it, I had the same problem.
Yeah, it's hard to dial it back. Yeah, you have to really harness it because it looks crazy on film. Like you're just doing too much, and less is definitely more on screen. You have to learn how to internalize and just keep it real tight. And that was hard. Like I would blink a lot. I would move my
that's
head
against Michael Caine's acting on film.
Oh man, that was hard.
Remember that?
Well, my head moves a lot.
So he does this video. It came out in the 80s, and it's like it's a famous like tricks for film, and one of them is you don't blink. Because if you just keep talking and you don't blink, and he says this, if you just keep talking, you don't blink, and you just keep talking and you don't blink, like then you begin to listen to me, and you realize like if the camera's right in your face and you don't blink, and then recently I heard a thing about editors using blinks to cut. Like they'll cut right on or before the blink because they are using the non-blink or blink to show weakness or power.
That's interesting.
Behind the scenes.
That was not appropriate for that.
It was not at all. Anywho.
So what's new, Britton? Let's start with the catch-up.
Hey, man.
Yeah, what's going on?
What's going on in the world of greater? You know, that's a weighted question there. You know, growth.
You asked it.
I did it.
You kind
You asked me.
I asked what's going on.
repeated.
You repeated it in a very deeper way.
Did I?
I feel like he just weighted it down and threw it in the water with concrete on his feet.
When you hold it, did I?
Okay, well, answer. What was the question?
A whole lot of beauty and growth. You know.
Like growth in the midsection?
Yep.
beauty and
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I didn't even mean to press it twice.
This guy. What were you saying, young lady?
I'm sorry, what? They cut off.
I said, look, God damn it, Kevin, keep your alarms to a goddamn minimum. What's new? Threw everybody off.
What's new? What's new in the world of greater?
What's new? How was your week? I mean, you missed a week.
My week was amazing. You know, I
Okay.
What was the highlight?
Moving on.
What was you said? What was highlight?
What was the highlight? What was the downfall?
Of
The two extremes.
two extremes of the week.
It was your best moment and worst moment.
Golly, these are.
And be honest. It's finally an appropriate sound effect.
Nailed it. You know, I visited a city I have never been to before, and
Atlanta?
no, I've been to Atlanta.
Oh, okay. Charleston?
Nah,
Charleston's awesome.
You got one more guess.
I know what it is.
Anywho,
Chicago.
You know, I was thinking the mob might have had something to do with the death of the Pope now that we got a Chicago Pope.
Oh my goodness.
You know?
how many days was it?
They confirmed him in like 2 days, 3 days. Conclave. Didn't last long. You know, they're not as fun as they were in the old days.
Yeah, you gotta let us sweat.
Yeah, no, the new you didn't know that? The new Pope's from Chicago.
Where's the first Pope from?
It's never been an American Pope, first of all, ever. And the previous one was from Brazil?
I think.
No. He was South American. He was the first South American Pope from not Brazil, not
Portuguese. I don't remember.
One of those southern
like
South
that.
America. And then he died. The last person to meet with him was J.D. Vance. Dun, dun, dun. And then suddenly we got an American Pope. You know what I'm saying? The mob. Like, you know, he's Leo the 14th, you know?
Leo the 14th.
Leo the 14th.
How does the public, I'm not up on this. How is the public feeling about this?
I mean, the Chicagoans are loving it. They're like, go Bears, go Cubs.
Hey, the Pope starts wearing a Cubs hat instead of the goddamn.
Good thing he's not a White Sox fan.
Instead of staccato, that'd be fun. Oh man!
Like, we're gonna make the hat smaller.
That's wild.
And put a C on it.
An American Pope.
Is that a Chicago accent?
I don't know.
This sounds very.
I'm just kind of doing it's kind of Jersey. I know. I don't really know. I guess Chicago's like Chicago. It's more like this, you know. Chicago, go Bears, that kind of thing. I gotta go to the mall and pick up some groceries. You know that kind of accent. I think I mean that's extreme.
You blended them. I don't know.
But they do. They talk like that because they're like Irish originally.
That's kind of
and
true.
Polish.
When I think Chicago, I think Black Chicago. I think old cat daddy. Hey, and a lot of
Yo, what's up?
fuck you think fuck it. You know, it's just like a lot
Chi-town,
of
Yeah,
baby.
they better be a po from Chicago.
Southern,
you know what
like,
I'm saying?
Southern, old Southern sounds.
Step in the name
That's
of love. I think R. Kelly.
You in the wrong neighborhood, motherfucker.
Motherfuckers
That
dance.
kind of thing?
Motherfuckers
No, you
It's like in Chicago. You were in the wrong neighborhood.
You watched that beat, that reel I sent you with that white dude sitting in the car with this black homie, and it's like somebody gets out the window. All right, break time's over. Get back to work. He said, "Nigga, don't nigga, don't tell me."
I know. I see you trying to get me to say
he
it.
He said, "Don't tell me what to do, nigga." He said, "Did I say that right?" He said, "No, you should have said the nigga first." He said, "Nigga, don't tell me what to do." He said, "Was it like that?" He said, "Nailed it."
So, what's one of the? I have a question because I want to know. You went to a city that you never went to, and what I want to know, like, what did you do? What was the most interesting part? First of all, where? Where did?
Man, I was in I don't
You prefer?
You don't remember?
Three. I don't know.
How you gonna ask a question and then?
Well, based on how you respond, and it's coming off as you'd like it to be a mystery. So I'm going to, respect that and go around that and just skip that entirely and ask, like, what was the best?
Like, did you have like a deep dish pizza? Did you see a Broadway show? Did you go fishing? Did you
Three lies, one truth?
You know what I'm saying? Like we can figure it out real quick and we just see what you did, you know?
Time out. Last time I checked, I was the fucking host of this motherfucking show. And we have a guest. I'd like to know how your week was, Veronica.
So I owe the honor. Like, why am I a returning guest?
You know, your energy, your aura.
Wow. You don't want to be here?
Right. You know,
really?
I'm delighted.
You don't want to be here?
I'm delighted. I love that
I got hair.
Shut up. We know.
Sorry, she's coming off like, ugh. All right, go on. I'm sorry. My bad.
Why?
Shit. I think Kevin is.
I got some really good weed recently from this little shop near my house. I highly recommend it. Hit me up on at K-Trenyo. I'll let you know. They got good deals.
Is that what you're doing right now?
Well, I did smoke some weed.
We were just smoking. And that is some good. We get some good going.
What makes good for you? Like, are you a sativa, indica?
Indica.
So yeah, I'm usually sativa though, but this one. Yeah, but if you want to get real stoned, you got to go indica. Like if you want to be like couch lock stoned, which is like a nice watch a movie, like relax, like feel goofy, right. Like now. But no, I think it was the mix of my weed that I smoked, and then he came over and I smoked whatever he had.
And this is some GPOG, Gary Payton.
Gary Payton?
Oh, I remember Gary Payton. That was good. That was good stuff.
It is.
Yeah, man. When that first came out. I can't do it anymore though. If I'm gonna smoke, I know that I have to be indoors. I know I'm not going to go anywhere, and it's super light.
No, you don't want to just walk around in the streets, smoke some weed outdoors.
No.
Of course, you're going to be indoors.
I do. I like to walk and smoke.
Okay, I take walks and smoke. Playing with fire.
How?
I don't know.
I was traumatized with a bad experience. I got so freaking high, and I was out of the country, and
you got lost.
It was, and then I was
enclosed. It's probably PCP in there
with no windows, and I freaked out, and I had to. So I went to Italy. I was in Italy on a business trip, And I thought it was
what kind of business were you in? Go on.
Yeah, it was my first time traveling for work for a wine convention.
Oh, wink, wink.
Yes, and it was that.
No, I'm kidding. She really is a sommelier, everybody.
I am. Shit. But you know, in Italy, one of the best things to do, one of the favorite things to do is to eat. You're going out there to eat and to drink and
the cat call at the women.
It's so good. The food, man. Everything is so different. The fruit, everything is different. And so we're going to this restaurant, and I forgot the name of the restaurant, but it's really well known. I wasn't really hungry because we was just eating all day. Billy's.
I said Chili's?
No. No.
I'm kidding. I've been in Italy. It's great.
Too. So anyway, long story short, I'm not feeling hungry, but I know I have to eat. So I'm like, okay, I know if I smoke, maybe my appetite will open up a little bit. And I had just opened up this pre-roll that it came from California. It was one of our friends' companies, and it was new. And so I had a couple samples, and I tried it out. And I went outside of the restaurant. By the way, this was during COVID. Or after COVID, things were really sensitive still. And when we went to the restaurant, they put us downstairs like we were the other people.
Oh my God!
They
put the Americans when people can't see them.
Yeah, they threw us in the dungeon part of the restaurant, but we were like, fuck it. We're happy to be
coming
here.
Tonight.
Right. And so we went downstairs, and I'm like, okay, no windows. I'm claustrophobic. I don't like the idea of being closed and
we torture the Americans.
Man. So I go outside and I smoke in front of the restaurant, and then I start coughing like a crazy person. And this is a city, like this is really, really busy. And people are walking back.
I knew those European.
That's the police.
Man, and so I'm like, oh, I got much higher than I wanted to be. So then I go back into the restaurant, and here's my boss, my colleagues. I'm in a professional setting, and I just start.
Aren't they drunk from wine though?
Yeah, but that's as sommeliers.
That's the job. That's the job.
Yeah, like by default, it's you're always flowing. You're just on a flow.
Right, and now she over there stuck, nigga, with the droopy eyes.
Man, I started getting so anxious. My heart was racing. My throat was burning. I was in clothes. There was no windows. I started feeling nauseous. I felt like everyone knew.
Claustrophobia.
You ever had that feeling? Like,
had it been a while?
Thirsty? Had it been a while?
Yeah.
No,
really?
No. It was
because like I know that feeling. I when I had taken a break for like 7 years, I hadn't smoked weed, and then I was like, it was
the weed.
I saw a bong,
and the way my receptors took everything in during that cough, and like it's amplified, And you ever are thirsty and you're like, all right, let me drink some water. But that water is so fucking rugged. Like it goes down and it makes you more thirsty.
That one that just kind of...
It's that salt water. It's from the Dead Sea.
You drink a little too much and it goes down all slow.
Like dehydrating water. I never knew that feeling could happen.
No, they're selling that in Saudi Arabia.
Use your imagination. That's awful. Anyway, I excused myself, and now I'm in the cab. I don't speak the language. I told them the name of the cab, and now they're asking me which one. Apparently, there's multiple hotels with the same name. I thought I was going to get.
I take you what I want.
And
I show you around the city.
Anyway, I left out. I got to my hotel room, and I was hot. And then I was cold, and then I was hot. And opening the window, I turned on the shower. It was crazy. And after that, I told myself,
"We having hot flashes?
I can't do it." I was at all of the above: cold, hot. It was bad. So from then, like since then, I haven't really. Now I'm on.
Now you're like Italy. No, thank you.
No, fuck that. Hey, you said,
just kidding.
You said that we came from California. You got that contact still. I'm trying to get smoked over this shit.
You gotta just find the places with the air conditioner.
It was some strong shit, and I'm just like, yeah. So now I'm like CBD, like I'll smoke CBD. They're like, why are you smoking CBD? Exactly, I know. But for me, it's like the placebo effect. I get to continue to enjoy the.
There's these gummies they sell out here that are like they're Camino brand. All right, they're not even a sponsor, and they're for sleep. They're 5 milligrams and 5 milligrams of CBD, 5 and 5, and they're like not heavy. I mean, it's just great for at night.
Yeah.
But if you don't fall asleep within the hour, you're going to be eating.
Somebody.
So that's bad.
Somebody slipped.
I mean, it's not good for anybody to eat right before they sleep.
Somebody slipped 2 fucking melatonin pills in my water last week, and
your water.
I slept for like 14 hours.
Really? Who were you with? Was your butt sore?
Nah, actually.
Why did they slip it in? You talking about it?
Yeah, how'd they slip it in?
I don't know, man. Crazy.
Is this at a bar?
I guess I was talking too much.
I can see you need to calm down.
I can see that.
You can see that too?
I get a little amped sometimes,
He's all chill right now. Must have been the sweet Chiba.
Real quick, shove it in your mouth. All right, well, what were you saying? And then you're like,
he went all Wolf of Wall Street. I'd love to see Britton Wolf of Wall Street his way out of like 5 stairs.
Dude, that's the funniest scene ever when that nigga's crawling down in there.
He's like flopping his arms around.
He said, fuck the shakes, fuck the cotton mouth. We went straight to the cerebral palsy phase.
Yep, and he's talked about that scene, and I love how he was talking about how what he wanted to try to feel in his head. He was thinking, I want my body to not respond, but I desperately am trying to move the
He nailed it.
And I've never done that, but
he nailed it.
Seemed like he was on something.
Dude, the Quaaludes.
Right.
I wish I could have taken a Quaalude.
They don't make them anywhere now?
I know they don't make them
anywhere. You can't find them in a deep, dark
I don't know.
James Bond villain fucking laboratory in Brazil.
I mean, any chemist that knows the compound.
In the Amazon with the fake snakes on Instagram?
Like I said, I'm sure you can, but I've never.
Why can't you find New York? I feel like you can find anything in New York.
I believe that's a good place to start.
I'll tell you what, somebody in New York will sell you Quaaludes. Now, whether they're Quaaludes, that's the big question there. I mean, I tried to buy weed in Washington Square Park one time, and it was such a weird experience and such bad weed. I wrote a skit about it and smoked the actual weed in a 24-hour playwriting festival when we had performed it in the school I was going to. It was great. We smoked that weed on stage. It was so suspect.
I'm so upset.
We could be
that
like
I gotta
that.
write a play about it.
It was so suspect. We could smoke it on stage and get away with it.
Oh, that's. I didn't even think of that
That's
aspect.
what we're saying.
I didn't even think.
And so we used the actual weed from the 2 nights before because somebody still had it. And the dude he was like, "Look at my foot. It's on my foot." And he's like, "Look at my videotapes I'm selling." It was like he was trying to throw off the cops with his videotape business in Washington Square Park.
That's one of them niggas. He busts his jacket open.
Then you look behind him, he's got a shopping cart. Nobody has those in New York.
I mean, why not?
They got their own little cart things.
I mean, isn't that
the old Polish woman cart?
Polish woman.
I don't know, Jewish woman, old woman that you imagine going to the market with the cart.
The little red one that they got.
Not the wagons. Not the wagons.
I don't know what the fuck you
Not the red racer or whatever.
Like a laundry bag. Like a laundry.
Yes, yeah, like a tall laundry. Almost like like if you actually cut off the basket, it'd be more useful as a fucking
like it's just the short the ones they be having at laundromats and shit kind of. I'm envisioning. I don't know what.
Well, I don't know. There's some fancy laundromat baskets.
I don't hang around with many Polish women.
Hey,
especially old.
That was racist of me.
Yes, it was.
All
Polish,
right, I'm
Jewish,
sorry.
you were all over.
But I just mean old lady that the picture of the little old lady I don't think it's my fault I'm saying
All I'm
this.
picturing is, and this now I'm about to join you. All I'm picturing is we'll be pushing a stroller.
Okay,
A
well,
stroller.
yeah.
You
Like,
said Polish. I envision just any old little lady with her little bags and
thank you.
just any little old lady.
Exactly.
Yeah, but what's
peppermints in her pocket and crumbs.
We're trying to see you. Yeah, you stuck on the lady. We talking about the basket she pushing. I don't know what the fuck this basket looks like.
Right. I mean, she could be wearing a hijab.
And this is. What about the bums? Why don't bums have shopping carts? That's how this all starts. Okay.
In New York, I think. In New York, they don't really have shopping carts in the stores mostly. And if they do, they guard them fiercely. Like you can't leave the fucking store with them. Like by a machine that keeps them from
the shopping cart. That shit will lock up when
they lock when you leave. Like
if you in the city, nigga, it's like it ain't like that.
If you have
once
a
you get outside
cart,
of the fucking.
If you have a shopping cart, you're like upper class bum.
Nah, listen. If you have a shopping cart in the street and you're able to
school bum, nigga.
That's what I was gonna say. You were old school bum.
Right.
There you go. Like the Wire, like the dude that had the little shop.
Like you got
what was his name in The Wire?
Oh,
he had the little shop. He needs toilet paper. He was like the crackhead who kept like be sober and then he wasn't sober and then.
Oh, damn it. I can't do that.
I don't remember his name either.
I haven't watched that shit. That was my brother's favorite show.
That's such a good. It's a great show.
I was watching that shit way too young. I was like, bruh, what that shit come out in like 90s? Like 8 or 9, I think is when that shit started coming on.
In the 90s? I think it was in the O's.
It went through the thousands, but it ended in like 03 or 2, I think. And it was on for what, 5, 6 seasons? Yeah. So I think it went from like 99 to 02 or 03.
I don't know. I think you're thinking of Oz.
Kevin, I have a question.
Right?
What's the question?
Where's your mom?
Where's my mom?
In the heart of Texas.
Where some of my exes are.
Where is that?
In Texas.
In Texas.
Oh, okay. You're from Texas.
I'm from Texas. Yeah. I'm from Fort Worth. I grew up in Texas. I grew up 18 years there. In fact, I used to talk like this, and there's video of it. Of me doing that. I was like, well, I'm a magician doing shit like that.
I really like that.
I would love to know.
Oh man, well, I can still put it on, y'all.
Like elementary Texas camp. Like that kid
y'all
was
like y'all have a mouth full of honey.
Good thing I had
good
thing I had an insane drama teacher who drilled us out of accents before I went to New York, and then really like got no accent.
I gotta show her that class picture you got of you as a kid.
Man, all my pictures are great. When I there was a certain age, it was like I'm gonna fuck up every picture for everyone, and I just started doing that. And then
did you call her for Mother's Day? That's why I asked. Did you call her for Mother's Day? What did you do?
No, I'm terrible with that.
Oh,
but you know what? When I do, listen to this. Hang on, listen to this. Last year on Mother's Day, I didn't call her till like 3 days later. She was like, "Didn't you call me?" And I was like, "No." And she was like, "Oh, well, hi, how are you?" It was like she knows me. We know each other so well.
She's just as okay with it.
She is, yeah, literally, she is. Because she's got my brother there and like her grandkids there that are his. You know, she was at family reunion. I didn't want to talk to all those people.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like we're going to start talking about Trump within 2 minutes. Like within 2 minutes, they're going to be like, how does California feel about the fucking transit sports? It's like, what are you even, how are you dealing with this? Who gives a shit?
Moms like, why are we passing the phone around the house?
Right. My brother,
because they missed the boy.
Here, speak to mommy real quick. Here, speak to it is your auntie. Here.
Oh yeah, they passed it. They're like, do you want to talk to so and so? They say it out loud in front of them. You can't be like, no.
No, my mom doesn't even ask. She'll be like, here, this is your brother. Talk to your brother. Right. He passes it on.
Right. Well, my brother does that because he doesn't want to talk. He's just like, here. Talk, and then I don't even know who I'm talking to.
You just hot potatoes there,
right?
Here's your cousin Jesse.
But no, it's like one time I was at family reunion. This is a few years ago, and they were like, I was just told a story of like somebody I knew out here that heard some weird shit that goes down, and my aunt goes, "LA really got you, didn't it?" And because I guess because I thought the story was funny, and she was like, "That's
it's
a little
hard
too
to
extreme."
relate. What we don't know can't make the correlation.
All right.
Yeah, that's right. The fact that it's being omitted lets me know that it might have been.
When to LA, my accent was
go ahead.
much like. No, sorry. I know I'm just like, we're kind of all over the place, but I was thinking about how you said that you had an accent, a Texas accent. And when to the contrary, I when I moved to LA, my accent it wasn't as New York heavy Bronx, because when I was in high school, I made it my goal. It was a mission to neutralize that, because I knew where I wanted to go.
I hear a little
it's in
New York Bronx in you right now.
Let this motherfucker get mad.
I mean, let's do North Atlantic for a minute. See how we both fare.
I removed that and to fit in and not be typecasted. And when I got to LA,
like, there's more work for me like this.
The thing would, it would come out, and people were like, "Why? But why do you want to get rid of it? That's your banker. Like, that's your bank right there. That's what you." And I had spent so much time in my life not wanting to sound this way, and then I started kind of letting loose again. But when I come back home, forget it. It's unlocked, unleashed.
I can see what you mean. I mean, just in normal speech, like I will say y'all and kind of like say some country things here and there.
Yeah,
it comes out, but or vocabulary that's like not, colloquial, some shit that comes out. But
to have that whole accent, that twang that just.
But I love, you got the Southern accent too. Yeah, I love all the different accents all over the South. I can do all the states individually.
Your accent, it comes off,
nigga.
Yeah, when I'm just comfortable, and like when I'm not trying to speak as a North Atlantic accent, which is neutral, then it comes out, because you got to relax and be who you are, because that's part of the whole thing.
I feel like, what is the California accent? Somebody actually told me.
Dude, California's like this, okay?
No,
like that's the stereotypical.
The stereotype.
Like, come on, are you taking the 10 or the 5? Because you got to take the 10 to the 110, right?
That's pretty accurate to me. But then I listened to someone like Britt, and he was born and raised there, and I wouldn't have been able to tell that he was from there. I wouldn't have been able to classify his accent, because your accent it goes in and out of like this Southern.
I've been told it's Southern.
It depends on whether he's trying to sound hard.
It's trying to. What the fuck?
I'm kidding, man.
She.
No,
time out though.
Time out.
Because I bet when you get angry, that shit comes right on out.
Oh, well, yeah.
Motherfucker
got like Sofia Vergara, angry at Jay.
Got crumbs on their face or some shit. Motherfuckers
there's two things that contribute to my accent, and it is alcohol, should there be any involved, and the level of upset or anger or passion that I'm experiencing.
I get it. They try not to put nerds in my Blizzard. I'm like, y'all fucking me, man.
Oh, that's the funniest story. Kevin and Daisy's worst fight was when
it wasn't even us fighting. It's just that freaked her out, I think.
He brought his own nerds. No, that's just was told the story by both of them at different times.
Separately, he's asked us what we fought about. I was like, well, I think the most intense moment. It had nothing to do with us fighting against each other.
She wasn't. I don't even think she was here when I asked him for like the first time. So I know she didn't hear him give me the answer. And when she got here later, I asked her the same exact question, and she gave me the same exact answer. It was they went to Dairy Queen. They didn't put. He had nerds. He took nerds with him.
I buy nerds in usually the gas station attached to the Dairy Queen,
and they wouldn't put them in his. He ordered
Blizzard. I want a Blizzard with just the nerds in there. Because when I was a kid, my local, they used to have it on the menu, and then they took it off, And like, depending on who's the fucking manager at the fucking Dairy Queen, are you listening? They'll do it or not. And it comes to like, I realized it's not about the nerds. All right. It's not about the Blizzard. This is about the concept of someone being able to do something for you and deciding not to arbitrarily. And like, it really like, it gets to the heart of every discriminatory fucking, it's like, that's why I feel.
You know what? You got a little spoiled there. And that's what it's about. It's about not getting what you want.
And the person could do it with no extra fucking slack to in fact, they're saving money on ingredients.
I know what you feel because I remember Mr. Softy coming through all the time to the block, and it would be hit or miss when I wanted to order a banana milkshake. Sometimes they would have a banana, sometimes they wouldn't. So no matter what, I'd run downstairs with a fucking banana in my
milkshake. Yeah.
And I'm like, hey, can you? And then they charge like $18.
There's the New York.
And I'm like, listen.
And I took out my shank.
I brought my own banana, so I dare you.
Oh, what do they do though? Sometimes they're like, nah, fuck your banana.
They made it.
And
you know,
they made one time.
They didn't make
similar. It. Okay, so similar experience for me before the blizzards.
I was like, fuck you, fuck your truck.
Yes.
Fuck this. I want to speak to the manager.
Oh no. See, when Subway stopped cutting the top off the sandwich and instead cut it in half.
Oh yeah, they would hollow out the top. Yeah.
I asked somebody. I kept asking them to do that, and they would for a while, and then somebody wouldn't, and I was like, "Do you know what I'm talking about?" They were like, "Yeah," and I was like, "Well, can I do it? I could do it for you." She goes, "No, I'm not going to do that." I go, "All right, fucking cunt," and I left, and the person I was with was literally in front of me, already ordering with like a sandwich. And I walked out. So I don't ask the manager. I'm just like, no, I'm done with this.
I be on that shit too. Like, you fuck this. I'm out this bitch. You don't get my business.
Man, bring my own Subway bread in.
I feel like people who do that are really deeply miserable.
Like
about something.
You're in the service industry. I'm asking you
But they're in the service industry to fuck you.
Just like when you can do it and it doesn't cost you anything, and you choose not to, there's something deeper going on with that person. That's
right, ladies. When they want to fuck you and you don't want it, you might have to have an abortion. And that's why you should come to beautiful California, where it's still illegal. We didn't overturn Roe versus Wade here. Recover in beautiful Santa Monica, recently rebuilt from the fires. At least there's still water and surfboards.
Is this still legal here? I don't pay attention enough. Yeah, right? Are you looking at me?
You gotta transfer back to the...
I know. I was distracted.
Here, I'll fill the time.
I think
you got it?
Do we?
Huh?
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah. And so you had a question, B?
Oh, yes. So I see that you're drinking a Modelo right now, right?
I am indeed.
But it is a Modelo...
Gelada.
Yeah, like the Michelada thing. So my question is, how do you choose your beer when you go? So you're buying this beer at the store. Is this just your beer, or do you get different beers different times depending on how you feel?
Yeah, I got some, I get it. Sometimes I get taste for certain shit, but I got a few that I like.
Sometimes he brings White Claws over here, and I'm like, get back to the sorority.
You're right, nigga. Never. I've never.
No, he never did. He never has. No.
The only time I ever drank those was with that
when my friend brings them over sometimes. I just can't. I just don't like those.
They're not bad. I would never buy them for myself. Like if they're there or they or whatever.
Oh no, I get it.
What do you find yourself buying when you
beers?
Well, for a minute there, I didn't buy Bud Light.
Do you drink Bud Light?
No, I'm just. I like Bud Light because it's like
Kevin. There's always lights.
I like either Bud Light. I mean, I just like a light beer because I don't like extreme beer. I don't like the craft like.
No, I don't really do like crushing.
You know.
Like I told you, like a Stella Artois.
That's good. That's like the wife beater beer in Europe.
The wife beater beer.
That's the joke because it's like the Belgian. You know, the Belgians get made fun of.
Always do. That's funny. But I like
because they're wacky.
I wish you could have seen that dance move, everyone that went with that wacky. That was yes,
it was wacky indeed.
What's another? Oh, you know what I like?
What?
You.
I like Sapporo.
I like Sapporo too. Have you had Singha?
This week on Beer Talk, Singha.
That's the national beer of Thailand. It's good. Yeah, it's good.
What beer do you buy at the store? You never answered the question.
Usually, from my house, if I'm buying beer.
I feel like you're buying beer when I ask you to buy beer for this podcast when I'm out of beer.
Right. And I usually bring
you already buy beer.
Right. Like every now and again, because I used to drink
That's why
beer
you're
tough.
skinnier than me.
I would. Pacifico. I used to fuck with Pacifico.
Right.
Blue Moon. I like Blue Moon.
But when I drink beer, I drink Dos Equis.
Do what?
These are beers that they sell in the store in big cans like that.
I usually when I get the tall boys, I usually get them from
do like a malt liquor.
I mean, we didn't love a good Colt 45.
Old English.
I was just asked when did you stop buying Colt 45s?
After high school, after we graduated.
After I was old enough to buy beer.
Right, pretty much.
Other one, the red, the Old English.
Old English.
But we used to drink Mickey's. We used to drink Mickey's, the one in green bottles, and then the whole
that
bottle
beer made from beer waste?
Yeah, it's the runoff. Malt liquor, yeah, it's the runoff from beer that is, higher shelf type of deal.
I was much more into a nickel bag and big bottle of Coca-Cola
in
New York rather than a fucking couple of times just for fun. I'd hang out on the stoop, but that wasn't really my place to be.
We started buying. We used to ditch in 9th grade, like 15, and go get 40s from liquor because we was like 2 for like $3. And we get 2 and like pass them like being like if we like 5 of it, and we just have them motherfuckers going in rotation.
You'd be like, I'm so drunk
with the blunt, nigga. We got the blunt. You got blood there too.
You like 2 sips in, and some of your dudes are like, I'm so fucked up right now.
Oh. You already know. And this is at lunch, because we go back to school. We go back to 5th period, nigga, sauce.
Oh, 5th period. My God. I remember. So do you remember before we started smoking weed? Before we were brave enough to go get weed, we would buy Black and Miles. And that was like.
I feel like everybody went through. Did you go through a Black and Miles phase?
No, I got introduced to weed. We really young.
Wine and Miles.
The
came out. Do you remember that?
Nah, I was like not a drinker until I got busted for weed in Texas and was on probation and couldn't smoke weed. And I still want to hang out and party with friends. And then I was like, all right. And then I really was like, yeah, it wasn't for me. And then, once you party with friends and drinking a couple times, you're like, all right, it could be for me.
I started smoking first.
Except the fucking JD. The Jack Daniels.
Like abandoned buildings in the Bronx and just
just burn them to the ground.
45, bunch of weed, Black and 99 bananas.
I used to love 99 bananas.
What is that?
Was the Giorgio vodka? The cheap shit.
So it's banana flavored liqueur, but it's like, bro, it's like 90% or like 80, like the proof. It's like 110 proof or some shit like that.
I had a crowd that was in this peach schnapps.
I used to mix I used to drink peach. We used to drink. So I like the apple schnapps. But I used to put that
apple schnapps.
I used to put them 99 bananas in a Sprite. That shit was so
good in Sprite.
That shit was good. Yeah, we was big drinkers. We used Jaeger, Goldschlager.
I'm getting nauseous. Oh, God.
I went to Oktoberfest in Frankfurt.
I've never been to a real Oktober. I went to a little humdrum one in Long Beach.
But that's not really Oktoberfest, is it?
Exactly, motherfucker. Got to get to Germany, kid. Let's go to Germany, man. Let's go to Germany.
Let's go to Germany.
Man,
All right. I'll go with you. See, the audience doesn't know who you're talking to.
You can stop in Italy. Show me some.
Why are you looking at me like that?
Huh?
Why are you looking at me like that?
I don't know. I don't know.
You got something to say?
I smile back when I'm being smiled at.
Oh, I'm smiling at you because your face.
What about my face?
That's a setup. Come on.
Looking at Stop.
My cheeks are stuck. Hold on.
So what were you saying about Germany?
I've never been to Oktoberfest.
He wants to Verliederhosen.
I went to Stein and a worst. No, it happens in January, girl. No shit, it happens in October.
I said in Germany, not January.
Oh yeah,
I mean, it originated from there.
It originated in.
Happens all over the place.
What's it? What is it, man?
I mean, I think it's all. I don't remember where it started. I think Stuttgart or something like that.
Frankfurt.
Well, I went to one in Frankfurt, but they have them all over. Like in each city.
It's just
they do, the big. But I think the original one's in Stuttgart or some.
I love German beers. I really do.
Me too.
Belgian beers. They have like this banana bread spice aspect to it. Like,
banana? A banana bread?
Banana.
Are you being racist against certain fruits?
She said banana raisin.
She said banana.
I said banana bread.
Oh, gotcha. I'm sorry. My bad.
Jeez.
Get it together. Allagash White has those notes.
Ooh, I love Allagash White.
That's one of my.
You guys had Malort?
I don't think so.
That's the Chicago gross drink.
I don't think I've ever even heard of this.
It's like
it's a spirit.
It's a spirit. It's less of a good drink than a rite of passage, like a hazing for if you go visit and hang out in Chicago with people.
It's like moonshine.
It's kind of moonshine.
It's from the oldest fucking still in Chicago.
But it's like bottled and stuff. All right. So I've got some questions if you guys want to dig in.
Hey.
These are flirty questions to ask a girl you just met.
Yeah, so these are questions for me, eh?
Or, should we get her opinion to tell guys, is this what they should really be asking?
I mean, I can give you my opinion. Yeah. You can ask whatever you want. Maybe not. Maybe
okay,
not.
So here we go. Here's a good one that's going to be sure to have mixed reviews. Could you imagine somebody asking, can I see the last selfie you took? Tell me the story behind it.
So wait, this is a dude asking the chick this? Can I see the last selfie you took?
Show me the last selfie you took. And what's the story behind
it? If a guy asked me that?
Yeah. On a date. You'd say you want to be there. Till this question, maybe. I don't know.
And he asked me to show him the last selfie that I took. I mean, I feel like.
Would it depend on whether it was naked or not?
No, I mean,
that's the setup for that question. That's the crapshoot. He's like, let's see the last one.
So the first question, is it okay to ask that? Yeah, I mean, I guess it's nothing crazy, but I think the motive behind that would be, one, how quick and excited are you going to be to say, yeah, sure, let me show you the last selfie, because that's going to speak on the type of personality that.
So what does that say to them if they use that?
But like if you asked me.
Well, hang on. Before you go to you specifically, you said the quickness of response is going to change how he might feel about the person. So a quick response or a slow response, what does that say about?
I mean, the quick response with having selfies, I mean, it shows that. I think it will reveal a couple of things. One, you're comfortable with yourself. You're comfortable in your own skin. And you just that type of girl who fucking takes selfies all over the damn place.
So
I instantly went to Insta Thotty.
Just if wouldn't you be like if you asked that, Britton, and like she had no selfies, wouldn't that be a red flag?
In 2025, yeah.
You said 2025, yeah?
Yeah. Like it's just like
Or what if she showed you like a picture of her with like a bag over her head?
Because when this bitch is a real weirdo.
Okay. This is funny because I was most recently asked to send a sexy picture. Let me see a sexy picture. And I'm like, well, like, what do you mean by sexy? Like, what, you want my chocha all out, or like my ass, or like what do you want? Like, what's it like? Do I have lingerie on, underwear, or can it just be like sexy, like cute sex? Like what
Are
level?
Are you playing games? Because like all of those could be sexy.
But
that's what I'm saying.
My follow up to that response would have been, I want to see what you consider your sexiest picture of yourself.
You know, I will say
that you have on your phone.
I will say sexiness is a lot about how the woman feels, how sexy she is.
That's what I'm saying.
I want to see what you. Boom.
So anyway, my response to this was, I realized I don't have a lot of. First of all, I don't have a lot of pictures of myself that I would send. Okay, let's go back to the selfie thing. I'm not gonna fucking have a lot of selfies to begin with, right? So the last selfie
you should just send a headshot.
That's not a selfie.
With a resume attached.
If you didn't take it, it ain't a fucking selfie.
It's kind of a selfie. You paid for it.
There's a picture of yourself
with a resume attached.
Yeah, with a resume.
Hey,
that's fucking.
You're hired.
Well, I don't know. My sexy picture would be like
send it.
Me at home with a tank top bodysuit, like the little bodysuit that snaps down there.
Like Gloria Estefan back in the day.
Boy, do I love those.
Like Gloria Estefan back in the day.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Kind of like a back shot, like me looking back. And it's more like cute, sexy.
Like you just drop something. Oops.
And my hair's up and like in a bun, like little makeup and just natural. Like that's sexy to me with like my cleavage out, my boobs.
I think that's pretty standard sexy what you're describing.
Yeah. But I sent a picture like that one time to someone and he was like,
what, the rain girl.
Yeah. He was like, what am I, 17?
What? Who are you dating? Like Stephen Hawking?
Like, it was cute. I'm like, what? Like, I think this is sexy. And he was like, nah, you know what I mean? I was like, oh, no. See, now I know what he's really looking for.
Oh, he was acting for something dirty, not sexy.
Yeah, I guess.
I think that, it can be sexy and dirty, but like, you got to be like R-rated, PG. Put a rating when you ask for something, I think.
There's a difference between sexy and cute.
All right.
There is.
I get it.
There is.
Give me an example.
Like what she just described is kind of cute, but like a fucking dress with a slit up to you, like that's some sexy shit.
So you're asking the woman to either have a night out or get prepared like there was a night out, but not actually go out?
No.
Well,
that's why it was
you're talking about like dress.
Picture you have of yourself on your
from
phone.
the past. I got you. That makes sense. Okay. I thought you were saying put a dress on.
Nah.
Of my choosing.
You said, what's the difference between cute and sexy? I was just
dye your hair red for me.
Or whatever. I don't know. Send some requests.
Okay, here's another one. Would you ask a girl this? If you were in a biker gang, what would your nickname be?
That's funny. I probably would never think to do that. But
what would your answer be?
I want to know. B. What would yours be?
If I were in a bike gang, what would
it be? Biker gang, yeah.
If you were in Hell's Angels.
I mean, it could be a spider gang too,
Bull spider gang.
Yeah. That's hard because by default, like in my head, I don't have to imagine that because I was in a biker gang.
So what did your jacket say, madam?
And I didn't have a nickname. It was V. It was just V. And I would always ride around with these black leather vests, just all diamond out, jeweled out. with these little ass shorts,
squeaking
and
with every move.
I was doing this for years, and that was a particular part of my life that was crazy and fun. But that was with the.
You ride your own bike, or did you ride bitch?
No. I told myself that I would purposely not learn how to ride a bike because I knew that it would be the death of me. I know it would be the death.
You think it's safer on the back?
Safer? No, not necessarily. I mean, your life is in the hands of someone else constantly. But I feel like if I knew, I'd be so addicted. I'd be so addicted, and I'd be putting my. I don't know. I never know the level of like how far I'm willing to go with my life. Sometimes I'm
an adrenaline junkie.
Yeah, man. And I've yeah, man. I've had to learn how to put that down. But that was Rough Riders.
Oh,
that was your nickname?
No, nigga, the Rough Riders.
I'm kidding.
Oh, what?
So yeah, I don't. Mm-hmm.
All right. What's a song that you'll never admit to liking, but you secretly love?
That's good. Hold on, because wait.
You got one, Britton? Because that's kind of a unisex question there.
I do. Yeah, I know. Hold on. I just gotta let me think.
That's the hard one. That's
a good question.
It's hard because I don't have shame.
That's true, right? I'll be a nigga. I got the windows down.
Hey, you know me. I'm proud of all the. You've heard my music.
Oh man.
Sometimes you're like, please stop DJing.
Can we please change the DJ?
You know, right now, like currently, the first thing I could think of is the song.
If you like anything from Wicked, it counts.
I love Wicked.
No, I'm just kidding. I actually haven't heard it.
My favorite Broadway show.
Is it really?
I don't know. I saw The Great Gatsby too recently, and that was
how was the music in that? Was it like?
It was dope. I mean, how was it?
You seen Great Gatsby?
I actually have.
You seen Great Gatsby?
Yeah.
Wow,
my first Broadway show ever.
Oh.
Yeah. And we learn.
Yeah.
Tell me your opinion. Give me your opinion.
I loved it. It was they had some jams. New Money. Hey.
New Money.
that's one of
That's definitely one of my favorites.
That's a good one. They had some jams.
All right. No, okay. I'm proud of liking musical songs.
It would be if they were like almost like NSYNC Backstreet Boy songs, kind of thing, like because they had a little bit of funk to them, but it was.
What was your favorite aspect of the Broadway experience?
I mean, I don't know where you sat when you saw it, but I was pretty close, and it was like the up front, like the live,
the orchestra pit.
The orchestra was dropped down. You couldn't see it.
No, I meant the seating. Usually they're the floor. You know, the right up front.
It was right. So the way that shit was like pretty much like damn near under the stage.
Yeah, it's the proscenium.
So,
yeah. See, those are great seats where, I mean, I like to be close, but not close enough where you can like feel the spit coming out of these people's mouths when they're screaming and dancing and all that. But close enough, like good close is where you can still see their facial expressions. And because from far, it's a little harder to do that.
Oh, I
don't mind a little further away where I don't have to like turn my neck all the way to the right to make sure I'm not missing anything, and then make all the way to the left. And I like to be in the center. A little bit far is okay so that I can get the full frame of what's going on.
Well, good luck with Lion King, because my head was spinning.
Yeah, I wanted to see that. My cousins went to see that.
It's a really great Broadway show.
They saw it out here.
But the first number is like the best number.
Dude.
I love Lion King. Subway. Did you see the Subway performance that they did? There was
in the subways.
They were in the train.
In a Subway restaurant.
They were in a Subway car.
Yeah, they were in a subpart. They were scattered out everywhere. One was like pretending to read a book, and there was a little girl and then an older woman.
Oh, this is just like some people did a number from it.
Yeah, and they
not like the
that
entire Broadway show.
Oh no, they had a bunch of different sets and shit.
Because you go like to all the way up the 4 line with that.
What?
From one way to the other.
What the fuck?
We got another show and we turn around and go the other way.
It's good. Next time you come to New York, come check me, and we can go to a show. How does that sound?
That would be amazing. What would be a show that you would want to see?
Othello. Get the tickets now.
Hey,
that was the setup.
I'll do some research. Yeah.
Hey, is it like a regular Othello or is it like the reverse Othello?
I would assume.
No, because sometimes they've done it like Patrick Stewart's played Othello and everyone else was black in the cast.
I don't.
You get it?
Oh, I get it.
I got it, like the reverse Othello. Wait. So back to the song thing. I think that the song I'm ashamed of liking is Kendrick Lamar. They Not Like Us, because I love Drake.
That's not. What's wrong with liking Drake and Kendrick?
Yeah, but I'm over here
Why
like
niggas gotta choose sides?
Singing slander towards my mans, and that's not. It's very contradicting,
man.
And but I can't help but bump into. It's catchy, it's good, and
you know what mine would be, even though it's a banger, and I'll Carrie Underwood until next time he cheats.
Before he cheats, that's your song?
I done
that's your song?
Can I tell you that's the go-to song in karaoke for me? That's the song that I sing.
I've heard
it. That's a great song.
It is. I love that song.
If I knew that, I mean, I know now.
What how's that statement end?
Here we go. How what about asking a girl this? What's your favorite outfit that I wear?
If a man asks me that?
Yeah, that's a man asking you.
That's a question.
It's like the third date.
Out of my 3 outfits I've worn, you've seen me
out of the
so
2,
far.
because I repeated once. I only got one sport coat, babe.
I would never ask a chick that question until we'd have to have some time in the game, and then that's after a bunch of compliments. It's like, girl, you say that every time I get dressed. Which outfit you like best?
It's different if you
like what? Yeah.
How about this one? Is this dated?
What do you like to see me in most?
Which Britney Spears song would you most like to act out? Toxic.
That's your answer?
No, I would go with the Will I Am song. Everybody in the club, they looking at us.
Nigga, that's fucking Miley Cyrus.
No, it's Britney. That's Britney, bitch.
Oh, here it is.
That's
Will I Am and Britney, bitch. Yeah, it is.
I would go for Slave. I'm a slave for you.
Co-star.
Co-star?
Yeah, I'd like to be.
I don't know Britney Spears music enough for this conversation.
Do you know enough Britney music? Brit?
Oh, that's
Brit. Do you know Brit?
Get it. Oh, girl, you better. That's my favorite Britney song. You better cut it out.
Yeah.
What color underwear do you think I'm wearing right now?
I can tell you. I'm good at this.
Go ahead.
Wait,
that's a man asking a girl on a date.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean,
I don't want you to guess the color of my underwear. Fucking freak.
Yeah, okay, well, I'm not then. But as far as the question goes, yeah, so fucking what? There's really not much.
Yeah, I don't like. Give me a good one, Kevin.
All right, you know what? These aren't working. I'm gonna go to the other thing I had planned, which is we're gonna listen to some of the worst, apparently, bios on Tinder and such.
You're so giddy, Britt. You giddy in the face.
Man.
All right, that goes on too long.
You giddy in the face.
Okay, here we go. About me. Ladies, no man cares about your, quote, sign, your political, quote, activism, aka being an annoyance, or any bullshit. Just stop and develop real skills and interests and quit wasting your money on tattoos and piercings so you can actually have some hope of attracting the guy of your dreams who's currently repulsed by you. Looking forward to hearing from you. That's not on there. I'm just...
message me.
That's in an actual bio on a dating site.
Like, that is a dude, obviously lady.
Okay, so you're reading bios, and this is from...
Tinder.
This is
Like
a
Tinder or
profile?
Bumble
that
or
was
whatever.
That was a dude.
That was a guy.
That was a man's profile.
Mm-hmm.
Ew, who the fuck is he gonna attract? Some kind of...
Here's an even better one in that same vein. This is obviously a hookup app. Stop pretending otherwise. Also, I'm not reading your bios. If you mention not looking for a hookup, I don't see it. You're lucky I found you attractive.
I'm way less mad at that than the first one.
Swipe right. Am I right, girls?
If you try to fuck,
somebody will be into it. I mean, he's just cutting down. He's filtering through the women.
Who's trying to fuck?
Right. That part.
Respect it.
I've never done
Never
that
had a
before.
dating profile.
Never.
No Bumble. Hinge.
I've never. No. I have had a dating profile.
You have had a dating profile.
Match.com.
I never did.
You said Tinder?
No, I said I never did it.
Yeah, which one?
What did you say then?
Oh, which one?
You said you never activated it. What was it? Match.com?
Farmers Only?
Christian Mingle?
I don't remember. It might have been Match.
Licky Lesbos?
You know what I was seriously considering doing? Christian singles.
SugarDaddy.com?
No, somebody found me on sugardaddies.com. They found a picture of me. Like
somebody's using your fake pictures?
Yes, they found a picture.
So you are taking selfies.
Boom!
I used to do like stock photos in the past, and I would sign off, but I would never have any control over where my pictures were going to be allocated or shown or advertised. And apparently, I'm on a sugar daddy website.
And
I'm
good for you.
It's so easy to be on a sugar daddy. I should. What if they had the real?
You're making sugar daddies think they can meet women like you.
She's not doing it. Some troll is.
I know someone who went on sugardaddy.com in Ventura.
Oh gosh. What bones do? Just kidding.
I ain't mad.
You what? You admit what?
I said I ain't mad at it. I ain't mad at the sugar daddy website thing. I feel like younger women can maximize the value of having a sugar daddy relationship because they know it's not going to last very long, and they can get that first young part out of their life. Like they can cross that out.
I feel like there's so many Mad Lib opportunities in those couple of sentences right there. It was hard for me not to break in before that. Go on.
It kind of me too. I've been a couple times.
I don't hear you guys are cutting off. I kind of missed that.
Don't worry about it.
Okay. But like I was saying, the younger you are, I think the more suitable, the more fit that part of your life is to do that. Because that won't be there forever because you're not going to be sugar baby. Sugar baby, you could only be sugar baby until a certain age. Really?
Tell Nicole Kidman. Make her stop making grandma porn.
Oh my God. Nah. It's anybody could be.
I mean, it's all about perception, right?
Right. Is age the quantifying factor in sugar baby? Anybody that's being financially supported for.
Remember Harold and Maude? It was the greatest love story ever told.
Sugar baby, like, can you really have a 60-year-old?
Ask Trump.
I'm 90.
Can you be a 60-year-old woman and be a sugar baby?
If he's 90.
And
it's going to be rare.
And he flying you out and dicking you down and sending your ass home.
Oh my
and
God.
buying you whatever you want.
Why does that have to be?
That's a sugar granny. What I get
premise?
it. But that's what I'm saying. Like, that's his baby.
Hey, you know what? It could be like the Wolfman guy.
Is it sugar daddy if he's not banging you?
I guess for me,
I'm pretty sure that
it's the financial support.
I'm pretty sure that
it don't matter. I don't know what you got to do.
Urban definition,
right,
is about like money or gifts in exchange for whatever the fuck
that nigga wants,
like intimate services. Whether that's like
not necessarily.
No, I'm saying whether it goes that far.
Just got niggas that just sending them money every now and again. I get it,
but I'm saying like whether it goes that far. But like the ones really, fucking milking it.
I mean,
did they just have friends sending them money, Britton?
I don't know how these guys getting down like, well, yeah, I do. And yeah, they do.
Okay. Hey, good for them.
Shit.
They should get on OnlyFans.
I was just about, you saw me opening my mouth. I was about to say, nigga, you ain't heard of OnlyFans, nigga. These niggas is paying these bitches.
Well, that's a different thing, though.
That's a different thing, though. That's for pictures and fucking videos.
That's already you're doing something
that's
public.
Tricking.
Right? It's public like pornography, right? So that's different. Because like sugar daddy, no one has to know about, really. Except your close friend or like anybody you let into your life. Where like if you got a fucking OnlyFans, it doesn't matter who shows up. You want the money from everybody who shows up. Like you got to be doing that, I think it's two different things that you like allow yourself to do. Like levels of whatever.
I want to know what y'all consider the most romantic shit you've ever done for a woman. What's the most romantic thing you feel like you've ever done for a woman?
No, I
one of the things. So, if you're romantic, then that would be kind of hard to answer because a lot of the way that you move naturally is probably romantic. Britt, do you consider yourself a romantic?
Oh, with the right person, absolutely. It's not something I normally display really regularly because
I once set up a green screen and took naked pictures kind of myself that were like a whole calendar that I made of a year that was like Magic Mike, but you couldn't really see privates, but it was like R-rated.
You did a playpen?
Yep.
You did
Yep.
How romantic.
Damn, let me think about this because I got some.
I got plenty of these kinds of things. I enjoy this kind of thing.
That's good.
Not
romantic.
I bought an engagement ring way too early.
Hey. So, okay. Oh, boom. There you go. That's up there. So look,
You've proposed?
So I bought.
She said no.
Oh, shit.
I'm just kidding.
Shit. Well,
how many times have you proposed in your life?
So this is the only time that I kind of did. So
what about last week with me? Were you just joking?
Yes, dude.
Okay, you're right. I'm already married.
Right. Shut up. We had been together for a minute, whatever. And I bought her a promise ring on my birthday, gave it to her on my birthday. But I had bought the engagement ring already. I bought them at the same time and told her if we could put together a solid 3 months, I'll give you, because her birthday is 3 months after mine.
So you go to
I was like, I'll give you this engagement ring I bought for you on your fucking birthday. And we didn't make it. I ended up getting that promise ring thrown at me like a month and a half later.
But you had her know that.
Yeah, that's a little like.
Nah, because we were together for like 6-7 years and we had hit this weird place in our relationship where we were making the same mistake over and over. And it was identified. It was like, hey, we got to get past this.
This ring represents the circles we're making.
Boom.
At what point do you call it quits with a woman in a relationship after so many times?
Boom. And for me, it was year 6, 7. It's like, all right, man.
Because I was like, I proposed a break. I don't fucking do breaks. Either you're in or you're out. Well.
I mean, I get that. If you want to break, why are you? To
recalibrate.
I don't know, though.
I mean, sometimes
if you don't want to be.
Most of the time, breaks go permanent, but it's just like, I
know, but that's just
let's just step away from this.
But if you want to step away,
about this, like,
step the fuck away. Like it feels like a half
sometimes
measure.
Sometimes you just need a motherfucking moment for your.
Has it ever worked for you?
Kinda. Well, no, because I ain't with none of them motherfuckers. But I've broken up with somebody and got back with them later.
All right.
But, you know, I'm on to other. Touche. On to greater things. Anyway, we seem to have lost our hostess with the mostesses. So I guess that's a good place to go on ahead.
We got a long one today.
Yeah, we do. Thank you for having me. Did I sound like her? Thank you, B. Yeah.